Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're gonna create a simple HTML, CSS and JavaScript pie chart generator. So first I'm going to create a new folder and I call it HTML, CSS, JavaScript pie chart. Press enter. So now I'll open my VS Code. I go to File, Open Folder. I navigate to the folder where I created my subfolder and open it. Now here is our empty folder. So we are going to create 3 files. The first one is index.html. The second file is styles.css. And the third one is script.js. Now that we have our files, we're going to go back to index.html and start writing our HTML. First, we create our HTML structure and then give it a title of PieChart generator. So we shall also link our CSS, and our CSS file is styles.css, which is right there. And then right below the body, we shall link our script as well. So to link the script, we use the script tag with the attribute source, and then we write script.js, which is right there. So now that we have linked our items, we're gonna head back to the body and recreate our div and give it a class container. Inside our container, we are going to create a form. So we shall give the form an ID and call it data form. Inside the form, we are going to put field for the data. So the first field is label. This label is going to be for percentage, and then we write percentage. And then below the label, we shall put the input, and the type is going to be number. We give it an ID of percentage, and then we can give it a minimum value of 0, and then maximum value of 100. And then let's make it required. So after that, we shall create another label for label, and we also name it label. And then we give it an input field, and the type is text. So let's give it an ID of label and also make it required. So after that, we are going to create a button. So button, we give it add data. And then within the button, let's give it a type button. And then on click, we add data. It's a function. So now this is the form to input. And then just below the form, we are going to create a canvas for the pie chart. So we shall use the tag canvas. We give it an attribute ID pie chart. We give it a width of 400 and height of 400. So this is our HTML. So let's open it in browser, and you can see that's what we have for our simple form. Now it's time to give it some styles. So we're gonna head over to styles.css, and then we start styling the body. Let's give it a font family, Arial sans serif. Let's give it a background color, F4, F4, F4. Margin 0, display flex. Align items center. Justify content center. Give it 100 vertical height. So after that, we are going to style the container as well. We call the container class. We give it text align center. And then let's style the form as well. The form is a tag, so we shall just write the form tag and give it margin bottom 20 pixels. So after that, let's style the button. It's a tag as well. We give it a background color 05869D. Let's give it a border none. We give it color white. Padding 10 pixels, 30 pixels. Text align center. Text decoration none. Display inline block. Font size, let's give it 16 pixels. So after styling the button, let's style the input fields. So we type here input. Let's give it a width of 20%. I'll give it a padding of 12 pixels. Give it a padding of 12 pixels. Border 1 pixel solid. And give it a color CCC. Then border radius. Let's give it 4 pixels. Then resize. Let's give it vertical. So let's go back, and you can see this is now our simple form that has been styled. Now let's style the canvas as well, which is our last tag. So we go call canvas. Let's give it a border 1 pixels solid CCC, and then give it a border radius of 4 pixels. 4 pixels. So you can see that is our canvas where the pie chart shall be generated. Now let's move on and add some JavaScript and then see how our pie chart shall be generated. So now let's head over to script.js. So we are going to create a data array to our user input. We shall say let data equal to an empty array. Then after that, we are going to create a function to add data to the array. Remember the function that we added in the button in index.html. So we are going to create that function here. So we shall call it function add data. And then inside the function, we shall create a variable for percentage. So we are going to say document.getElement by ID, and our form ID is percentage, which is in our HTML file. Be careful of spellings. And then outside the brackets, we shall get the value. We say dot value. And then we shall create a variable for label as well. And we are going to get element by ID again. Document.getElement by ID. The ID is label dot value. So after that, we are going to validate the input. We shall create an if statement. We say if percentage and label, we get data.push and then get percentage and then pass float percentage. Then outside the brackets, we put a comma and then label. So this will add the element to the array. So after that, we can update the pie chart. So we just call the function update chart. Now after that, we are going to create that function update chart. To create the function, we shall just say function update chart const canvas. Then we get the element by ID. This time our ID is PieChart. It's right here in the HTML file. So we shall get element by ID and our ID is PieChart. Then we shall say const ctx is equal to canvas dot. We're going to get context and it's gonna be 2D. So after that, we clear the canvas. To do that, we shall say ctx dot clear rect. This is going to extract to constant in the scope. So we're going to extract the function from update chart 0 0 then canvas dot width comma canvas dot height. So after that, now we are going to draw the pie chart. To draw the pie chart, we shall create a variable let start angle equal to 0 data dot for each. We say slice. This is an arrow function. Open brackets const slice angle. This is a variable is equal to slice dot percentage out of 100 times 2 times math.pi. If I say ctx dot fill style is equal to get random color, which we are going to create this function later. Ctx dot begin path. Ctx dot, we're gonna do this callback function. Move to canvas dot width by 2 comma canvas dot height by 2. After that, we say ctx dot up canvas dot width by 2 comma canvas dot height by 2 comma canvas dot width by 2 again comma start angle comma start angle plus slice angle. Next, we are going to close path. So we say ctx dot close path. This is a callback function. And then ctx dot fill, which is also a callback function. Then after that, we shall update the start angle for the next slice. To do that, we shall just say start angle plus equal to slice angle. And that's the end of our function to draw the pie chart. Now, after drawing the pie chart, we need to generate random colors for the different charts that we are creating. To do that, remember, we have this function here. So what we are going to do, we are going to create that function. So just below here, let me write a comment, generate random color. Let's make that error work. All right, so to create that function, we're going to say function, get random color, open our braces, we give a variable, const, we call it letters, which is equal to, we're going to write 0, 0, 1 to 9, and then A, B, C, D to F to generate our colors. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then A, B, C, D, E, F. So our colors shall be generated from that. So, and then we shall let color code, which is let color equal to hash. Then for, let's loop this, let I equal to 0, I less than 6, I plus plus. Open braces, color plus equal to letters, math.flow, and then math.random. Random, close the function. Then after that, we shall say return color. So we get our callback function here in drawing the pie chart. We're going to create an array to store a data user and then create a function to add data to the pie chart. So this data is added via the form that we created right here. You can see we have data form here. And after that, we shall validate the input and update our pie chart. So after that, we shall create a function to update the pie chart and create variables to fetch data from our elements in the HTML file. Then we clear the canvas. After that, we shall draw the pie chart right here. And after drawing the pie chart, we can update it for the next slice. And then lastly, we generate random color for our pie chart. So now let's check out how our work has turned out. So I go back and open with Live Server. So let's try to add here 20% goes to rent, for example, add data. And then let's add 10% goes to food, and we click add data. Now the random color keeps changing the different colors for the input. So now we have 16%, let's say, goes to saving. We add data. And then 50% goes to personal items. Then we add data. And then I don't know which percent we are left with. So we can say 5%, donate, and we add data. So that is our pie chart, and it's just been generated. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial.